you mentioned The Guardian. I was actually at the protest a couple of hours ago.
Oh, well done.
There's today, yes, a peaceful protest by Hindus who are protesting against The Guardian's anti-Hindu rhetoric. It's constantly churning out. They are portraying Hindus as neo-Nazis, as fascists, as right-wingers. It's just completely fake news and propaganda that's so anti-Hindu. And it was a wonderful turnout. It's a weekday. Some of us took some time off work to attend the protest. I would say it was probably 40, 50 people, all there, placards, peacefully protesting, engaging with passers-by. I was even engaging with the photographer from the Telegraph, and he said, but Hindus are normally peaceful. I said, we are peaceful. We're being portrayed as not being peaceful, but as you know, like the Buddhists in Myanmar, also peaceful. But we will have to stand up and at least try and stand up and speak up for ourselves if we are being constantly oppressed. And we don't need people like The Guardian and the BBC and the rest of them to keep causing division, hatred with their skewed fake news.
Yeah.
So it was a wonderful protest that we had today. And I feel it's going to be the first of many to come, because Hindus have finally realized that to make a difference in their society, they can't be quiet in their own little bubble, in their own little material bubble most of the time. They need to be out there and vocal, because at the end, they're bringing children up in this society. So if it's not for themselves, it's for a peaceful future for their children.
Saloni, I have to compliment you on attending the Guardian protest, and best of luck with the subsequent protests. This is what we need, and I know many will watch you, hear you, and follow your example in subsequent protests. So well done.
Thank you. It's our dharmic duty. We must all do something. You know, we can all be keyboard warriors. In the group of the organizers of the protest, there were 160 people. So you know, had they all turned out, it would have been even more impactful. But I believe even what we did achieve today really has, you know, rippled the waters.
Well, the Guardian has a reputation which is not enviable, shall we say. The Guardian established its wealth on slavery, on colonization. It established its wealth on, it actually supported the Confederates in the Civil War. And so it has a deep-rooted colonial orientation, not to be proud of. And so it really does, I think, need to reflect. I think what we will see over the next few weeks and months is that the British Hindu community will be holding a mirror to these organizations and requiring them to take a good, long, hard look at the reality of who they are and what they have become. Because they are no longer sources of inspiration for a community. They have become peddlers of divide and rule political statements and propaganda. And that's a terrible thing for mainstream publications to be. So I think that we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, we're certainly getting there. And it was wonderful to see so many Hindus united, coming out and recognizing people from the various social media and putting face to names and being out there, being active. And there were people from all different age groups, and it was wonderful, and all different parts of India. You know, we were all uniting under the one umbrella, Hindus, you know, and that is how it should be always.
Well, allow me to be the first to make a declaration on Chitti Media's platform. I have more than just a suspicion. I have a very strong feeling that Hindus are going to rediscover Satyagraha, the means of peaceful protest. There are so many avenues available whereby we can express our position, our opinion, and demand accountability. And so I would like to think that Satyagraha 2023, that will be the year when Hindus come out in huge numbers. They start to exercise their economic might, start to gain political might, and genuinely in the service of all of our communities. So Satyagraha 2023, you heard it here first, and we will be running some campaigns with the hinducampaigns.com team, specifically with regard to The Guardian and specifically with regard to the BBC. We have a wonderful team of youngsters, and they're coming up with some very imaginative ideas on what we should be doing there. So watch this space.
Fantastic. Honestly, there's so much to look forward to as as the Hindu community are uniting more and realizing you have to be vocal. You know, standing at the back of the queue while others are pushing in front hasn't worked. It doesn't work. You have to be out there as well, you know, making your own stance, creating your own space. So we're getting there. I'm really proud to see what we achieved this morning.
You know, it's the way I see it now is we are the preservers, we're the inheritors of the principles of Satyug. We carry within us how human beings can exist together to create Satyug.
Yes.
And all we have lost in the last 2 yugas is actually the capacity to defend that to some degree. And we have fought to defend these principles. And I think what we'll see now is the projection of these principles in peaceful protest. And as I'm sure you have felt this morning, there is actually an anand to be experienced in Satyagraha.
Yes.
You know, anand is not just something that you experience when you're sitting quietly in the depths of meditation or in the depths of doing your japa or your puja.
Yes.
There is also an anand in peaceful dharmic protest. So I would encourage everybody to start peaceful protest as a sadhana, and that will bring you closer to Satchit Anand also.
Absolutely, that's very well said. As I had left the protest, I felt that I had achieved so much that morning. I felt an inner peace, a soul-fulfilling purpose. We all live and we just exist and we work and we eat and we sleep and look after our families. But what do you actually do with your life? Are you doing anything purposeful? Are you doing anything dharmic? Are you leaving a legacy? If none of those, just at least come to a protest, support your Hindu brothers and sisters, anything for Dharma, you know, stand up for Dharma in any way you can, be it silently, be it vocally, but just stand up for it.
Well, Om Tat Sat, I believe, is the way to conclude that little statement. So wonderful.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.